Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? Crimes against humanity. Yes, there are many different forms, from food to resources to basically stealing land, to oppression, tyranny, many different crimes against humanity. Today, I want to talk about one particular uh, type of crime against humanity: uh, gender. Crimes regarding gender. There are only men and women here. So men are here to provide a foundation, a secure place for femininity to express itself in its true form, in its true essence. The two energies which govern this place, which governs the human condition, and also the process of Earth and its own self-perpetuation. The two forces are masculine and feminine, and these forces, these energies, are in everything, from plants to animals, everything. So these principles must be respected. They must be understood, and these principles and laws of energy must be applied in their proper place, proper position, in order for that functionality to be, obviously translated into an efficient unit, whatever that energy is being used for. So, when you have masculinity as the principal force behind protection, foundations, these secure principles of the human condition are created and established and maintained through masculinity. So, the only purpose of masculinity is to obviously create a safe space, a safe environment, a foundation, a place of relaxation and expression for femininity. Nothing else. Without feminine energy, we wouldn't be able to perpetuate ourselves. We wouldn't be able to survive as a species. We wouldn't be a species. We'd be something different. What, I have no clue. But right now, we have two governing forces: masculinity and femininity. And we do not understand these principles, and we are not applying them in the proper positions, and not even respecting these laws that govern these things. And these laws have to be respected for any kind of coherent unit process. So I said that to say there's only men and women here. So if you, for some reason, can't find a happy medium when it comes to conflict, you must look towards men for these resolutions. Now, masculinity understands morality, it understands purpose, it understands position, it understands the need for protection, understands all these things based on its governing principle, its governing protocol, I should say, which is basically to protect and provide safe space for femininity. Now, this is not what's happening here. This is not what is a reality for our condition. We have no principled masculinity within the human condition. That's purposeful. This was done on purpose from thousands of years ago. This is an agenda that's not new, and it perpetuates itself through our own ignorance. Because at this point, we are basically avatars of their idealism. When I say they, I mean our handlers. And our handlers are being handled by an intelligence that has nothing to do with the natural process of human beings and the human condition. So, if countries can't get along with countries, and men can't get along with men, and these things become conflict to the point where you get to a dangerous level of practice. You're talking about chemical, you're talking about biological, you're talking about nuclear, you're talking about things that can end our existence as we know it. And these are being done by men. So these are men creating tyranny for men. And this is exactly what we are experiencing in 2022. With all the communication, all of the quote unquote technology, all of the chances and abilities to transfer information at speeds that like I never thought of years ago, or never understood years ago, I should say. And still we have baby sissified, emasculating conflicts that have nothing to do with masculinity. It's all just unfortunate, confused feminine energy that has no real purpose except to exploit. Now, I say feminine energy because without principle, without direct self-preserving passion, you don't have masculine influence. So these things that are being done to the entire population are things that have nothing to do with a purpose and structure. And that is definitely not a masculine influence. So when I say crimes against humanity, I'm pointing out gender, crimes against gender, because these are men doing this. These are men creating these unsafe spaces and places for our women and children. So if women are here and basically just acquired the right to vote recently, which is evil in itself, the fact that they had to wait to be considered viable parts of our existence, which makes no sense. But the women are nothing but victims to tyranny brought upon by emasculated, principle-less men. And if it goes to our conflicts go from just maybe something on paper, disagreements about boundaries, to chemical weapons, to biological weapons, to nuclear infiltration, that's nothing but death. And women are in the middle of what men can't get together. So they are victims of crime against humanity. And unfortunately, these women are in survival mode and have been since our modern era. Our modern understanding have been in survival mode all this time. We have never known women in their true feminine expression because they've never had a safe place, a safe haven, sanctuary for them to relax and enjoy and actually really get in tune with their true femininity. Their energy is being blocked by tyranny and oppression and subjugation. I mean, it's a shame. And women have never truly known real men in our modern age, in our modern day here. We've never known each other. So when we get together, obviously in relationships, marriage, whatever the case may be, because we have no understanding of, the principles of laws of energy, like, we have no idea what we are doing when it comes to each other or even our individual selves. So how can we actually have, a, a domestic union that's going to be healthy? It's impossible. It's very so impossible. And it's almost like if you can do it, then you've achieved something. I mean, people that have been together for 50 years, 60 years, I mean, it's very rare. But like, what have they achieved in that time when it comes to understanding? Hopefully a lot. They learned a lot. Hopefully they've been able to work some things out within their understanding that gives them better perspective, and not just salty and bitter that they spent all that time with a person that basically has to shrink their world down to to appease you, shrink their entire perceptions down, their feelings, their emotions. Like these are worlds up here in our heads. These are worlds. Our mind is vast, imagination, thoughts, and ideas. That's all just a world of just information that you have, and everyone else has the same thing. So you're dealing with a world of worlds interacting. Well, of course, you're going to have, all these atmospheres just interacting and causing storms, and of course, it's going to be crazy because no one understands, and no one is able to apply the principles of the laws of energy. They have no clue. They weren't taught this. So no man is truly a man because he doesn't understand these principles, and no woman can truly be herself and what she really truly is at the core because she's constantly in survival mode. So you cannot blame any woman for what she does because they only react to what men have provided for them. So when you go and you try to figure out why is she doing this or why is she doing that or women should you have no right to judge. You're not a woman. You're a whole half a man that's not a man trying to judge a woman. And a woman could say this, that, and the third about you're not a man, it's that, and the third. I mean, you can listen to that, but not listen to that because that's a woman trying to tell you what a man is, and she doesn't even know. She has her idea, but she doesn't even know. But even still, you still can't question her about that because of course she's going to have questions about the dumb things that men are doing out here, like things that are basically not conducive to the idea of perpetuating our natural existence, our natural healthy existence. This is not what we're doing. So how can we expect them to even, want to be around us? It's like their greatest hope is their biggest enemy. It makes no sense. And men, you need to check yourselves. All men need to check themselves because we haven't provided shit for these ladies and children, but a mess. But questions, unanswered questions, and misinformation and propaganda. That's all we have. And then who's playing tonight? What sports figure that they like. And like men really need to be talking about what's going to happen to them and their families in the near future, even if they have a family, because you're going to get broken apart, separated, worse than you are now. You're not going to have any private ownership for transportation, for vessels to, that you're used to, to take you here and there and everywhere. You're not going to have all that. All those things are going bye-bye. It's going to be state ran. And, this is not America anymore. It's just China. It's been China since 2001. So, just pay attention to what's going on over there. And you can see what's going to happen over here. They're all down with the entire program. All the heads of state are down with the entire program. It's obviously heads of state against their citizens. It's each head of state against their own particular citizens. There's never been wars against countries, this country and that country. It's always been that's what they put out there to make you, for you to have something to worry about, for you to have something tangible to kind of think of as a result of them making moves, that they are going to make anyway, but just give you a reason in your face that they're making them. And it's all just nonsense. It's all just BS. It's the heads of state against their own citizens, and they're all on the same team. How do you know? Because how could you have an economy? How could you have an icon, a money system based on one really economic dictatorship, with resources and finances based on nothing at all. No gold, no precious metal, just nothing but the simple fact that we're the big bad bully and we say what we say, and you're going to base your finances on your country after what we say our money is worth. And everybody says okay. That makes no sense. So obviously they're all down with the same agenda. They're all down with the plan, this world order agenda, and it's coming. But men need to wake up because they're slowly taking away your right to even lift a finger. So you better pay attention. And women, I need women to understand and embrace their feminine energy and know that they are at war with their own men. And if they don't do anything collectively as womanhood, the men are the emasculated little boys are going to take you down with them. So it's up to you.